Welcome to my views and news. Some stories for you from Ethiopia mainly. Firstly, tomorrow is Friday, viewers. On the two last consecutive Fridays, we saw confrontation between Muslims and security forces in Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. 8 Muslims were shot dead by security forces. What is going to happen tomorrow? Uh, how is government trying to avert a likely confrontation tomorrow? Secondly, Fano fighters are continuing their attacks on security forces. This is a new trend in the Amhara region that in the last 1 month or so, we have reported several attacks carried out by Fano fighters on security forces, mainly in Volo, Shewa, some parts of Gojam. Another attack on by Fano fighters on security forces last night in North Shore. Details for you. Thirdly, viewers, Ethiopian army has shared details of the attack on its military base by Al-Shabab fighters. Yesterday, Al-Shabab claimed responsibility for a vehicle attack, suicide vehicle attack, explosives laden vehicle attack on an Ethiopian military base on Somalia-Ethiopia border. So what is Ethiopian military's position? Did the military share any information about how many Ethiopian soldiers were killed? Firstly, viewers, tomorrow is Friday. On the last 2 consecutive Fridays, Muslims in Mercato area at Anwar Mosque tried to protest against demolition of mosques in Shaggar city, in newly constructed, under construction Shaggar city mosques are being demolished. Muslims say 19 mosques have been demolished so far in the last 2 months or so. Orthodox Church also issued a statement a few weeks ago saying that churches were being demolished, people's houses being demolished too, displacements also being seen from Shaggar to other areas. We saw statements from even some Oromia MPs like the Dandia. Romo Federalist Congress also condemned these demolitions. While Muslims tried to protest on 2 last consecutive Fridays, security forces did not allow them. They opened fire. 8 Muslims were shot dead in the last 15 days. Now another Friday, tomorrow. So what is going to happen tomorrow? Is government trying to engage Muslim leadership? Yes, a meeting was held, 5-hour long meeting between Ethiopian Islamic Affairs Supreme Council leaders and Shimalis Abdisa, Oromia region's president. Meeting was held yesterday, I think. And Ibrahim Tofa, head of Islamic Affairs Supreme Council, attended the meeting. Newly elected leader, because his predecessor was Mufti Haji Madris, who is from the Amhara, but he was removed. Though he rejected his removal, he said that government forced him out of his position. But Ibrahim Tofa, seen as close to Oromia government, seen as close to the Prime Minister's federal government, is now leading the organization. Meeting was held, 5-hour long meeting. Discussions were held and reportedly some agreements have been reached. After a few hours, the press conference is expected. Ethiopian Islamic Affairs Supreme Council will hold a press briefing reportedly at 4 p.m. local time, and in the press briefing it will share details of what it agreed with the government at the meeting held yesterday. Let's see, we'll try to update you in coming videos. But if you remember last Friday, on last Thursday, Islamic Affairs Supreme Council in a statement opposed protests. It asked Muslims to just pray at the mosque, Anwar Mosque, and leave. Despite organizations' call for calm, we saw Muslims tried to protest. They came out of the Anwar Mosque reportedly. Security forces used force. They fired tear gas, they fired live bullets. They did not try to handle the situation in a diplomatic way. They were ready to fire this. So this time, the Muslims there, they did not obey the orders, they did not follow the instructions of Islamic Affairs Supreme Council. Let's see what happens. What will Islamic Supreme Council say in coming hours? What will Muslims do tomorrow? By the way, several forces want Muslims to continue the protests, because those forces already working against the government would like Muslims to join them. So they would like continuation of these protests in Addis Ababa. But 8 innocent lives lost so far, dozens injured. Let's hope that peace prevails tomorrow in Addis Ababa. Secondly, viewers, Amhara, Fano's attacks on security forces, on police, on Ethiopian National Defense Force continuing. This is a new trend. I've been reporting it in the last 1 month. So we've seen several attacks on security forces in the Amhara region. Mostly hit and run attacks. Hand grenades are thrown mostly, or security forces are ambushed by Fano fighters. This is a new strategy adopted by Fano fighters to frighten, to weaken security forces in the Amhara region, where security forces are trying to crush Fano factions, trying to arrest up Fano commanders. We've seen several attacks so far. It happened in Marsa, when Fano fighters attacked a prisoner detention center. Then in Saint, Gujjam as well, an attack happened. In Jama too, Jama police officers' residence was attacked. In Kobo, in Vuldia as well. It happened in the last 1 month or so, all these attacks. Now another attack on security forces buildings, their headquarters, government buildings. It happened in North Shewa Robit, where a hand grenade was thrown at police headquarters. It happened last night. Luckily, no one was injured. Property damage is being reported. In a separate incident, 2 police officials were shot dead. 1 civilian and 2 police officers shot dead in Shewa Robit. Who were the attackers? No one knows. But I personally think the death of police officers and hand grenade attack on Shewa Robit city police headquarters, these incidents are linked to the chain of already ongoing attacks on security forces by Amhara Fano fighters. And security forces are also trying to arrest Fano fighters. They are arresting them, they are surrounding them, they are killing them. Ethiopian government acknowledged death of 200 Fano fighters. Where? In Double Ilyas, Gujjam. 200 deaths acknowledged. So killed, maybe could be more. Both sides are, they have their gloves off, and now they are trying to weaken each other, their capacities militarily. Thirdly, viewers, Ethiopian army has issued a statement this morning confirming yesterday's attack on its military base in Somalia. Yesterday, Ethiopian military base in Somalia was hit by explosives-laden vehicles. It happened in Gado, Jubaland, Dolo town, near Dolo town. There is an Ethiopian military base, and 2 vehicles with carrying explosives tried to ram into the Ethiopian military base. 1 vehicle was intercepted before it could reach the entrance. Other managed to reach the entrance. Both exploded. 2 large, locals say 2 loud explosions were heard in the area. Al-Shabab issued a statement last night claiming the responsibility for attack on Ethiopian military base. It claimed to have killed, I think, 17 Ethiopian soldiers, 17 or 8. Ethiopian army today did not share any details of how many Ethiopian soldiers were killed. Army claims that the vehicles were intercepted. they could not attack the base. They were intercepted before they could reach the military base. And the military has confirmed that there were 6 terrorists and 2 vehicles involved in the attack. Obviously, all the attackers were killed, but military has not shared details of the losses on Ethiopian side. But sources say that some Ethiopian soldiers were injured and killed. No official details shared by Ethiopian military, but attack has been confirmed. Al-Shabab, this is not the first time that Al-Shabab has attacked an Ethiopian military base on Somalia's territory. These bases are on border, but on Somalia side of Somalia-Ethiopia border. Thank you for watching.